Hey guys, so I'm back with another .NET MAUI video, and in this video we are going to continue our Factsbee app. So I have already released 3 parts of this series, so this is going to be the fourth part, and so I will recommend to go over first 3 parts. I will add links to all those 3 parts inside the description and the first pinned comment. So what we have done so far, we have created this Factsbee app. We have all these facts, categorized facts. We have this fact of the day. This is for now. This is random, but we are going to add some platform specific logic to this thing. Then we have categories. So all these categories with this nice image and name. Then we have couple of random facts here, and if we click on some category, then it is going to navigate us to that category facts page. So in this page, animal facts page, we are going to have all the facts related to animal and entertainment, all the facts related to entertainment. And when we click on any of the fact, it is going to get us to the fact detail page. So this is the fact detail page. We were working on this page, so we have implemented this copy functionality and speak. So now we are going to continue from here. So what we are going to do first, let's add some icons first. So we are going to add icons for this copy and speak. Then we will add 3 icons here, next fact, previous fact and share button. So we are going to do a couple of things today, so let's continue. So first let me go grab some icons. So font awesome. For this detail page we need copy and speak. Icons. Let's search for icons. Okay, so copy, and we will use only free icons. Free copy, yeah. So we have these icons. Maybe let's use this one. So we are going to download the svg file. Svg for this one we have downloaded. Next we need speak, so maybe we need volume icon. So first this one, then this one. Okay, then we need previous and next and share. So maybe first get share icon. So this one maybe share. Next means arrow right, arrow, let's check arrow. So arrow left and right, arrow right and arrow left. Okay, so now we have all these icons. I have downloaded these. Now let me go grab these icons. So these, Control X, and we are going to paste these inside our resources folder, images folder. So I'm sorry for my voice, actually I am sick for a couple of days now, so I'm still not well, but I had to continue making videos for you guys. So please like, share and subscribe my channel and keep supporting me. Okay, so I have copied these icons here. So first thing, let me increase the font size. Someone from the comment in the comment mentioned that I should increase the font size, so let me try this thing. Maybe this should look fine, 125%. And how can I increase this thing? I don't. Okay, maybe this should be fine. And if someone knows how can I increase the size of this Bright Solution Explorer, maybe let me know in the comments. I will try to implement that in my next video. So I have copied these icons, and for .NET MAUI I have already mentioned in my previous video, so hyphens are not allowed in the name. So lowercase with underscore, only these two things are allowed. So let me rename these. In order to rename, let me stop it. Let me rename it, removing this hyphen solid and hyphen. Let me add underscores to this. Underscore left, maybe remove this thing. So I have renamed all these icons. Arrow underscore left, arrow underscore right, copy, share, volume high and volume X. So let me run it again and go to fact detail page. So we are here and it is running. It's here. It's here. So let me go to the detail page. I am on the detail page now. For this copy button, let's change it to, let's add one image button for now. Image, and the source would be, for copy we have copy.png. Copy.png, and the command, we are going to use the same command here, copy command, and it is here. So we need to fix the size. So maybe height request 20, width request 20. Looks okay. So we have this 20 by 20 image, and we can increase the size a little bit, 25, 25. Okay, fine. So it is 25, 25 copy. Now we can simply remove this copy button from here and we are good. For speak, we are going to copy the same thing. Let's change the command and let's change the icon. So it should be volume high, yeah. And it is okay, so things are working. I copied it and I pasted it and it is working. When we click on speak, yep, I can see it. Okay, so we have these two icons. Now for next thing we are going to use, we are going to have three buttons here, next, previous and share button. So let's check what we have here. I totally forgot what we have done in last video. So we have this, we on this page we have a grid with two rows, star and auto, padding 20, then row 0 we have border, and row 1 just okay. So for row 1 is here, so we are going to, in horizontal stack layout, or we can have one grid only. We can have one grid with 3 items. So let's use grid, and it should be grid dot row 1, and it is going to have 3 columns. So column definitions, star only. Next thing, Mm, height request 150, so we need this thing also. Set this here. Now we can remove this. And now in this grid, we are going to have three columns, three buttons basically. So first, we are going to have one image button with source, and this source will be previous button, that means arrow underscore left dot png, height request 25, width request 25, and for now we don't have any command. So these things we are copying over and over. So maybe what we can do, we can simply add a resource dictionary here. Resources, resource dictionary, and we can have setter here, style, and it should be applied to image button, and let's call it uh, icon button. We can call it whatever we want. And now for this we are setting two things majorly. So setter properties height, and we are setting this height to 25, and same thing for width request 25. So now instead of doing these things height and width, we can say style, and it will be static resource, and we can add icon button, and this is working. And we are going to do same thing for our first icon buttons, these style, copy, and this speak, and yeah, it's same. So we can, if we have common styles, we can simply use this approach, and if we want to share these styles across the project, so we can simply copy this, get this from here, and we have this resource dictionary at app level also, so we can define those here, or we can have separate files for these, the same way we are having this style. You see this resource dictionary source resources style.xaml. If you look at this path, resources, styles, and we have this style.xaml, and you will see the similar thing here. So we have all the activity indicator, we are setting some style for border, we are setting these styles. So if we are going to share those styles across the project, we can define these here, or in a separate file, or on the app.xaml page. So these are application wide, and this content page dot resources we have defined, so this is applied for this content page only. Okay, so let's continue. We have this image button for next, previous. I'm going to copy this 2 times, and let's do right, and let's do share, and yeah. So now these are overlapping on each other because we have defined that this grid is going to have 3 columns, but I have not defined column explicitly, so all these are working on the same row, same column, row 0 column 0. That's why this is first, then on top of this we have the second button, and then on top of that we have this third button. So we want to spread these across the columns, so we need to define the columns explicitly. So this is for column 0, then the second button, it is for column 1 here, and then the third button, it is for column 2, 0 1 2, and we are good now. So maybe for the share button we can increase the height and width, height request, or maybe we can add one more style here, and this will be maybe icon button large, and this should be 35 and 35. So we can have as many styles as we want on the same target type but with different keys, so we can target these keys. So if we come here, we can override it if we want. So maybe we would have said this thing, so this should have worked. Then the second thing, icon button large, so this is large now. Okay, so we have these three buttons, we have these. So I have added these buttons. Now the next thing, maybe let's increase the space between these, spacing 25 and make it 40, or maybe 50. Okay. Now on copy, on click on this copy, we are clicking on it, and if we paste it, so it got copied, but there is no visual indication that we clicked on it and it got copied. So we will first try to add some visual indicators. So we'll go to the fact details page, copy command. So let's go to this copy command, and we have our view models. Where are our view models? Here, fact detail view model. Here we have this copy fact async, so we have copied this fact. Now the next thing, we want to show a toast alert, right? So we have couple of approaches. Maybe we want to show alert, so we can say display dot shell dot current dot display alert. Okay, so it takes one title, maybe fact copied, then the message. So let me extract this message out, where copy text, this thing, and we will use it here, and we will use the same thing here. Then it requires one cancel button, so we will say okay and good. The only problem is not problem, but let me rerun it. It was C# change. Okay, so it's up. We go to detail page, we click on this, then fact copied, and this was the text which this button actually copied. So we need to click on OK. But there are toast buttons. So toast buttons we can do, we can show one alert kind of thing which will be automatically going to be dismissed after some time. So for that, community toolkit has given us some cool helper methods, we can say. So instead of doing this, I'll have it for your reference. What we can do, we can have one toast. So community toolkit dot maui dot alert, from here we can have this toast, and this toast dot make, we have this method. Now it requires one message. So message, we already have this copied text. Then next it requires optional duration, so we can add optional duration if we want, and it should be a type of toast duration. So the default value is short, which is we are going to use. Then this text size 14, this is also a optional parameter with default value of 14. So if you want to override it, if we are okay with the default values, we can do this thing only, and if you want to override these, we can have let's say toast duration. So it would be toast duration dot, we have this long and short. So short, this is the default value, and then font size, the default value is 14. If you want to override it, we can simply add higher value to it. So maybe let's see how the default shows. So toast.make, then so this make, this should be I toast. We have the show method. So using toast.make, we simply created a toast. So toast, and now we are going to show it. Toast.show. We can optionally pass one cancellation token if we want. So toast, it is actually a async method, so we can apply a wait and we are good to go. So let me restart it again. So it's here, let's see, details, copy, and we have this. Okay, we have this, and it is going to be dismissed after maybe 2-3 seconds. So, and the size is this one. If we want to increase the size, let's check this also, maybe make this long and increase the font size to 24. Let's see how it looks now. Restart. Oh no, I missed to use these. So second thing, we need toast duration, the third parameter, we need font size, and okay, we need to rerun it. Let's rerun it. Let's rerun. It's here. So you see the font size is bigger now and the duration is also a little bit longer. So it's your choice. So I'm going to have default and I'll have it for your reference here, and let's say fine. So copy is working, speaking is working. So maybe when we are clicking it, it should the icon should change to maybe that cross button, or maybe we'll do it later. For now, let's check how we can use left, right, previous and next fact and share. So maybe first let's start with this sharing intent, share. So for sharing, we will add one more async method here, async task, maybe share fact async. So we already have this fact property here, this fact observable variable, and this fact which community toolkit generated for us. So for sharing, we have share share from Microsoft MAUI only. Okay, so before that let's see what we have with share. So from share we can say request async. So this is the method using which we can open the device's native sharing box when we click on something. So it has couple of options, couple of overloaded methods. So first we can simply use the direct text, we can use text and title, we can have this complex objects, share text request, we can generate this using text, subject and URI, and we have file request also, we can share some file, we can share multiple files also. So we have all these options. So we are going to use this one, text and title. So let's check request async and the sharing text. So maybe we can use this same text, right? Maybe we will use this as title where title this thing and the text to share. So we will have this thing as text to share. So first fact and category name. So request async, and we are going to have text to share and then next title. And as this is an async method, we can apply await here, and boom, we have created our method. Now we need to change it to a command. So in order to use command, we can use this relay command attribute, and community toolkit is going to generate a command for us, share fact async. Now we can use this one from this fact detail page share button. Where's the share button? This is the share button. On this thing we are going to add command. We can have binding, then what was the name of that? Share, right? Share fact async. So share fact async is the name of the method, but the command which community toolkit has generated for us, that will be share fact command. You see this thing, community toolkit has generated this thing for us, this command. So we are going to use this one, this property, okay, on this one. So for now it is not recognizing it because it was a C# change, and in order to apply C# change, hot reload does not work. We need to restart the app. We will restart the app, and await cannot be used. Okay, I missed this one, fine, and we are fine. Let me run it. It's running. Detail page, share, and this is a sharing intent. So we have all these apps installed in your maybe mobile phone. You will see all other apps here, WhatsApp, Telegram, or all other things. So we have this, right? So using this thing we can use the sharing mechanism. So we are done with share, we are done with copy, we are done with speaking, and now okay, so we have this entertainment, this category. So whenever we are clicking on any fact, we will see the category here. Now when we click on this, nothing is happening. So what we need, when we are clicking on this one, it should navigate to that particular category facts page. So let's go back to fact details page, and this is a toolbar item. So we have this toolbar item, and on toolbar item we have clicked event. So let's add this clicked event, and we can name whatever we want, but for now toolbar item clicked, okay, it is the default one. Let's change it to toolbar category clicked. Let's go to the code behind. We will remove it, we don't need this one. And we have this category name here. Where did we get this? Fact dot category name from binding context, that means from this view model. We have this underscore view model, we are going to use this one. So we need to navigate to a new page, shell dot current dot go to async. So for category page, we already have defined some routes, right? On app shell we should have defined category facts page, this one, and we are using same thing from the main page. If you go to the main page view model, main page view model, we are going to this go to category page command we are using. We can have it in command also, so let's copy this line and let's come to this page. So for this one I am using this event. I'm not using the view model command to demonstrate that we can do all these things using these events only. If you want to avoid MVVM, then we can do this thing. So we are here. First thing, await, we need to add async. As this is a command, we can apply async. Category fact space, dictionary, category name. This category name, we don't have it directly. We have this as a part of view model. So we are going to access this from view model dot fact dot category name. So this is a little bit longer. Maybe let's add those parameters. By variable, we can do this and we can split these parameters and we are good now. It should work. So this is the C# change. We need to rerun. Let's rerun it. Let's see. It's running now. Detail page and boom. We are on the detail page. Maybe let's try some other miscellaneous facts. So we are on miscellaneous facts page. Okay, now animal facts, we are on animal facts page and good. So all these things are working now. Okay, so on this page back is working, this click is working, copy is working, volume is working, speaking, sharing is working. Now we need to implement next and previous facts. Okay, so for next and previous facts, let's go to the fact view model, fact detail view model. We already have couple of things here, so we will add these commands here. Private testing task, no fact, maybe no, not this one. We need to have from where we are getting these facts. We are getting this as query. Okay, for our data we had this facts data method. We have added loaded the facts. We had get a fact of the day, get random facts, get category facts. We will apply those methods here. So public static fact model get previous fact, and now we will use fact ID and category name. Category name, and if okay, so for category name, fact ID, if the category is random, then okay, for now let's check. So from facts dot, for this fact ID we will simply try to fetch the fact next to this one. Okay, maybe let's, we will use deferred execution. So our query is facts. Now if category is not null or empty, if this is not the case, we will say query is query dot where q equals to q dot category name equals category. Okay, now this category, if this is not the case, if we do not have category, then we will apply category. If we do not, oh, sorry, If we do not have this category, then we will simply query this one only, and we need one from the previous thing. So we will say query dot where. This is for previous, so we will say q dot id, or maybe first or default. Let's try first or default, where q dot id is less than fact. So it should be ordered. So order by f goes to f dot id. Where fact, or we say previous fact. This one, if we could not find the previous fact from here, so it is going to return us null. So we have two options here. Either we can simply show one alert message here that there is no previous fact, or we can simply redirect it to the last. So maybe if there is no previous fact, then we will simply show the last fact, and then it is going to continue, so in a cycle maybe. So the choice is yours. So for now I am going to simply going to display an alert if there is no previous fact. So first we are having facts, then we are simply checking if we have category. We have passed category, that means it is for category, so we will simply apply that category, and then order by from fid. Then for previous fact, we will simply get the first fact which has id less than our id. And for next, the same thing we are going to do. We could have multiple approaches to tackle this. Now I am doing simply this thing. So here we will do this one, where q.id is greater than fact id. Okay, and as you can see, this part is common, so we can extract it out. Private static uh, I enumerator, yes, fact model, filtered facts, string category, and we can use this thing. We can return this query from here, and we can use this directly here, filtered facts by category, and same thing, copy it here. And this order by is also same, but for now let's leave it like this only. So we have previous fact, we have next fact in the facts data. Fine. So for fact details page, when we click on this one, then what we are going to do, we are going to modify our fact, and as this is an observable property, that means it is going to work. Okay, so let's add two commands, private task get prefect async, and from this one what we will do, we will check, we will get the previous fact from facts data static class dot get previous fact. Okay, and for previous fact it needs one id, so we have this id here. and it needs category, and we are dealing with category here. For that category, fact dot category name. If we got this, if there is no previous fact, if fact is null, that means there is no previous fact. So in this case, we will simply say await shell dot current dot display alert current dot display alert. Now we will say alert, and message will be there is no previous fact, and okay, and that's it. If that's not the case, previous fact, we got previous fact, then we are going to set this fact to this new fact. And same thing we are going to do for next fact, get next fact async. So instead of get prefacts, we will fetch get next fact. There is no next fact, and fact is, let me rename it to next fact, apply. These are simple functions for now, simple methods. Let's change these to commands, relay command. We have these, now we want to use these. So let's go to our detail page. We are here. This is the previous one. So we will simply apply a command here, and it should be binding, then this command, and for next we will use the next fact. Fine, let's rerun it. So it broke. Get previous fact. We need to return this. Return previous fact, return next fact. Let's rename it next fact. Fine, let's rerun it. It's here. So let's go to the detail page. We have from miscellaneous, and this is changing. There is no next fact for miscellaneous category, and there is no previous fact. So the logic is broken, looks like. Or maybe do we have only these many facts? Maybe we need to fix that logic, but you can apply any logic you want. For now, I just wanted to demonstrate how these things are working. So let this be for miscellaneous, maybe for human. If we are here, we will say next, next. If you copy your eyes, no, sorry, if you keep your eyes open, then this one. And if we go, every person has a unique tongue print. Every person has a unique tongue print, and if we click on this, yep, so this is working. For miscellaneous facts, let's go to miscellaneous here. Okay, for miscellaneous, we are on miscellaneous. Things are working now, all these buttons are working. So only one thing, if we click on random facts, this is from human, so we will have all the facts for human category only. So maybe what we need, when we click on any of the fact for random fact, when we click on next and previous, it should get us random facts only. Okay, so let's implement this. So this category, we will check if we are coming from random. So for that thing, for random, let's check. So we need to, on this fact detail page, we need to track if we are coming from this random facts section. So how we can do this? Currently on fact details page, we only have this fact and it has its own category. So maybe let's add one more property here. So let's call it underscore category, and it should be of type string, and let's use this category from there only. Okay, and we will use this category now, this category in all these places wherever we were using category, or maybe for copying let it be, for sharing also let it be the same. Okay, so previous and next we will use this category, and if we somehow do not get this category, then we will use the facts category. So this thing, fine. And when we have this category, so next and previous facts, in this we will use if this is not null and category is not equals random. So maybe for random, let's add one constant here. Maybe let's add it inside the category model only. And I'm going to have one constant here, probably string random. We will have this random here, random, and we can use these things. So if this category is not equals category model dot random. Fine, let me fix this. Yeah, and same thing. So we need to pass this random from there. So when we are coming to this details page from this random facts, so this random facts we, it's in main view model, go to fact detail page. From main view model we are coming from random only. So what we will do, let's extract this out via parameters and this one, and let's use parameters here. And now we need to add one more object here. So name of fact details model dot category fact detail view model dot category. It. Don't I have this category here? Category. I have this. What is the problem? That would be restarting the application. Okay, we will restart this application. Fact detail dot category and object reference is required for the non-static field. Oh, I'm sorry. This one. Name of category, and we will pass category model dot random from here, because we know that we are coming from random in this case in main view model. And now it's up to you if we want to pass this from the category details, category facts view model. If you want to pass it, you can add it here, and if you don't pass it, then it is going to use the facts category. So it's up to you. Now let's use the same thing. But in this case, this thing is fact dot category name only. Okay, so everything looks fine now. We have category name here. Mhm. Category name, we have it here, and it is saying, okay, we on fact detailed view model, we need to use this one. Oh, I'm using both of these same, so I can use this also. It should fine. Now I have added this, so let's restart it. And one more thing. Okay, I'll show you what I'm saying. It's here from random. I'm coming here, it is MISC, then this is from entertainment, this is again miscellaneous, word and language. So random is working. Cool, random is working. We are getting random facts here. Fine. Back. And if we are coming from any category, then we will have all the category facts only here. Yes, it's working fine. So we have implemented all these, what next? We have implemented this, so now click on this. So there is one problem in this speaking. If we click on this, we start on this, and then I'm pressing back button. Now I am on this page, but that speaking thing is going on. So we start speaking, it is speaking, we came back, it should stop speaking whenever we are getting out of that page, right? Still speaking. So we need to implement that it should stop speaking when we are not on this page, or maybe when we say next, it should stop speaking. When you say previous, it should stop speaking. So for this thing, if you looked into all these methods, speak async, we have this cancellation token, right? The next parameter, we have cancellation token. So we are going to implement this. So let's have read only private read only cancellation token source. Let's call it cancellation token source only, and cancellation token source equals new. Now to this thing, we will pass a second parameter on token from this cancellation token source. Okay, now speak fact, we need to have one stop speaking method here. Private async or not async, private void stop speaking. And stop speaking, what we are going to do, we are simply going to say that cancellation token source dot cancel. and to make it safe we will say question mark dot. So if it is null it will not do anything. Now cancellation token source dot cancel. Now what it is going to do when we say stop speaking, it is going to trigger one event, this cancel event on this cancellation token source, and when this gets, this thing is going to stop it. So we will check if cancellation token source dot is cancellation token is not requested, then only you should speak it. So now this thing is going to work, but we need to call this stop speaking. What all cases? First thing, when we are going away from this page. So when we are going away from this page, there are two things. When we click on this category, then we are going away, and when we click on this back button, these two places from where we are going away from this page. So whenever this page is going to be popped out from this navigation stack inside shell, so shell actually provides us couple of life cycle events. So we will go on fact details page, and we can override those events and we can add our own logic. So for this thing we have on disappearing event. So this on disappearing, this event is going to be fired whenever we are going to go away from this page. So then when this page is going to disappear from the screen, then this event is going to be triggered. So when this is going to be triggered, we want to call this method, this stop speaking. So maybe we can, for now let's make it public, and we want to call that method from here, view model dot stop speaking. And now let's add a breakpoint here, so we will see if we came here or not, and need to rerun it. Let's rerun. We are here now, and back, breakpoint got hit. That means we came here, and when we continue from here, then we are back again. When we click on this one, and again it got hit, continue. So this thing is going to work. Let's test it out. We are here, it started speaking. Okay, for now let's remove this one, and it started speaking, and it stopped speaking again. So it's broken now, it is not working. And why it is not working? Because it is not working because, okay, we have this cancellation token requested. So we requested cancellation, it came here, it got here, we already requested this cancellation. So now it is this condition, this is never going, this condition not cancellation requested, but cancel, we already requested cancellation once. So this condition not never going to be executed, so it is not going to start again. So what we need to do, we need to reset it, and when we need to reset it, whenever we are coming back. So what is the, if we do it here, so let's say cancellation token source equals new, if we do this thing, so we need to remove this read only from here for this. So if we do this, the problem is when we are going away from this page, right, then this is going to be fired, this is going to be fired, it is going to stop. Then we are saying that create a new cancellation token source, but we don't need this, maybe we are not going to come back to this page. So what we can try, maybe we can have another method which is going to initialize this cancellation token source. So let's add one method, public void and initialize token source. So it will simply say cancellation token source equals to new. That's it. And we can call it from here. And we will say only if we will initialize a new cancellation token source only if cancellation token source is null or cancellation token source dot is cancellation request. If any of these is true, then we are going to reinitialize this. And where we are going to initialize it? At the fact details page. The same way we have on disappearing, we have one more lifecycle method, and that is on appearing. We can say view model dot initialize token source. Let's see if this is working. Let's add a breakpoint here and rerun it. It's here. Click on appearing, continue, next page, back page, on appearing, okay, back page, again we are coming on appearing is coming all the times. Now speaking stopped, back, on appearing, and it started speaking again. So this thing is fixed. Back, come here, and yeah, so all these features are working now.
35% of the people who use personal ads for dating are already married.
Next thing, maybe okay, so it looks like this page is fine. We have home page ready, fact of the day, category, random facts. We have category facts page ready. We have detail page ready with all the features. Now what's remaining? The only thing, I think, this fact of the day. For now we are simply randomizing the facts model and we are getting this. So this is not ideal. What we should do, let's go to the facts main view model. From main view model, what we are going to do, we are going to do for a same task, get fact of the day. Do we have that method, get fact of the day? Yes, fact of the day. We are directly getting that from facts data. Instead of this, what we should do, we should check. Okay, let's create one method. What I'm saying, get fact of the day, and so we have shared preference. Do we have shared preference? Shared preferences or preference. I shared preference. No, this is Android specific, right? We don't need Android specific. So let's check on .NET MAUI. docs. Fundamentals, platform integrations, storage. We have preferences. Okay, that is called preference. So the preference, we can use key value pair of data. We will use preferences. Microsoft MAUI stage preference. Yes, this one. So the same way, preferences dot default. If we want to use like this, and the second approach, we can simply register it as a dependency with I preference. Then we can use that thing. So for now, we are going to use this dot, and we are going to check. So on default we should be having contains key and set and get methods. So if this contains key, so maybe let's say today, and today is date time dot today only. So if it has fact of the day for today, okay, so maybe FOTD underscore today. If it had some entry for today, then we are going to get it from there. If it does not have an entry for this, we will simply get it from the our model, get fact of the day. Now we have this fact of the day. First thing, we will set it to this key and value is fact model type, and we will set key. So this key should be common to this one. So maybe let's add a helper method here. Private static string get FOTD key, FOTD fact of the day. And it will have date time as a parameter, and it will return this thing. And instead of today, we will use date time. So we can use this key. We will say key, and we will call this thing here. So this key, we will check if it exists in this or not. If it does not exist, we will create it. And the second thing, we have this fact model, and this is FOTD, and fine. Now if we already have this in shared preferences, we are going to get it. FOTD equals, then get it from the preferences, preference dot default dot get, and this is a fact model, and the key is key, and default value is maybe null only. We don't need a default value, and fine, we have this. So maybe, and then we will return this FOTD, or maybe we will use this fact of the day, remove it from here. And are these async methods? Contains key is not async, get is not async, and set is also not async. So we don't need these to be async. We will say void, and instead of getting this from our facts data, we will fetch is from here only, fact of the day. So now what is the problem? Non-invocable because cannot be used like method. And what is the problem? Private void get fact of the day. Get fact of the day. Void It should not be void, it should be of type fact model. Now we need to return this fact model via this FOTD. So let's change it. Let's have FOTD here only with null and use this. Okay, and return it from here. FOTD FOTD, return this, and we are good now. So now let's add breakpoint here and let's rerun the app and let's see how it behaves now. So we came here, it generated a key for us. This is the default key. Came here, default, we don't have this FOTD in our storage. We came here, FOTD. Now we generated one from miscellaneous. Guinness Book of Records holds being most stolen book. We set it to the preferences. We return this fact of the day and continue, and we have this now. If we rerun it now, it again came here, key is same, and it did not find key because when we reran it, it actually reinstalled the application. So in order to test that, what we can do, we will continue, we will go out and we will try to open the app again, go somewhere, come back. Okay, how we can test this? There are 293 ways to make change. Okay, so what we can try, 293. Let's stop this app. When we stop that, debugger stopped, but we should have that app, and we have our Factsbee. It should show the same 293 fact of the day, but it is not showing that. The placement of our donkey's eyes, we came here, we removed it, and we came back. Let's try it again, what we are getting now. If you try to surprise, what is the issue? If it contains key, we are getting it from the preferences. If it does not contain that key, we are going to generate a new fact of the day. Am I missing something? Okay, save preferences is, if it contains key, get it from there. If it does not, generate a new one and create a new one. And the date and time for this one is same, 6 November. Let me try it again, run it. It came here. FOTD, we don't have this. Continue, like fingerprints, we came outside, we opened it, we close this app, we open this. If you sneeze too hard, close this, open this. If you sneeze this hard, if you sneeze hard, the dot. Okay, this is not working somehow, so so this video is already way too much longer. So we are going to fix this in our next video. So for next video, all other features on this page are working. This page is completely working. So in next video, this is what we are going to do. First thing, we are going to fix this one. Second thing, maybe we are going to change font, right? This font. So application wide font, we are going to use one custom font, maybe from some Google font. Then the third thing, we are going to design this flyout menu. So this thing you are going to learn a lot from this one. We are going to use custom flyout designs for this header, footer, and all these menu items. So we are going to do these three things. And if you want to add some other features to this app, do let me know in the comments. I will try to incorporate those features also in this. So that's all for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. So I'm going to continue making videos in .NET MAUI and other technologies as well. So yeah, bye. I'll be back with another .NET MAUI video.